Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking all about the PlayStation 5. I have some new rumors, some new leaks, and some predictions being made by an analyst. There's definitely a lot of information to go through and unpack here, and I thought for sure that you guys would find it interesting. I know that I find it interesting. And yeah, let's just get right into it. As you know, there's not a whole lot going on right now. You guys know I don't like to cover every single leak or rumor, but at the same time, I do think it makes for some interesting conversation at times, like right now. So we're going to start with a rumor. And this rumor is saying that we can expect some more PlayStation 4 UI updates that could certainly hint at some future PS5 features. So it says, we might be just around the corner from the next generation of consoles, but it's a pretty safe bet to say that Sony will want to support the PS4 through the overlap. After all, everyone isn't going to be a day one adopter, and the company won't want to leave the recent PS4 owners in the dust. Known industry insider Tidix, I don't know how to say this, however you say that, that's his Twitter handle. He posted a number of long-awaited features coming to the PS4 firmware update, but these could be far from more than just PS4 features. It's possible that these features hint at things that we'll see on the PS5. In the tweet, this is what he said we can expect to see. So there's wish list / gifting for the PlayStation Store, trophy progression, time log / stats for all games, and the ability to pin games on the dashboard. So yeah, these are honestly a lot of features that I think many of us have been asking for a long time. And you know, there's a lot of people who say that I don't want to say anything positive about Xbox, or that I won't give Xbox the credit where it's due. But I will say in this case, pretty much almost all of these things here that are listed, I believe, are already available on the Xbox platform, and that's an area where Xbox has done an excellent job with their UI updates and features, and I think it's good because clearly it's pushing Sony to do better. And they are going to do better here if this is to be believed. Now, I don't see any reason not to believe this rumor. This kind of seems obvious, right? And as far as it bleeding into the PlayStation 5, of course these are features that we would certainly expect the PlayStation 5 to have at launch, but I think it would be great if we get them now. It's unfortunate that we have to pretty much get them almost at the end of the PS4's life cycle, but like this article states here, not everybody's going to be upgrading to the PS5 day one, and a lot of these sound awesome, and they're just really going to, when they do drop, whenever they do, it doesn't say here when we can expect it, so I have no idea. But when they do drop, I think a lot of people are going to find them very useful, very helpful, and it's just going to improve the overall experience within the PlayStation ecosystem, and that's a good thing. And then when Microsoft sees that PlayStation's trying to match them with some of their features, that's going to push Xbox to do even better than they're already doing when it comes to the UI updates and adding features to the platform. So this is where the healthy competition comes in. It's honestly good for everybody. And yeah, so moving on from that, we're going to go to this very interesting leak that I'm going to have to let you know right off the bat. We really have to take this with a grain of salt, but it's just really interesting. So let's go over it. It says, PS5 tip-off reveals console's insane power as Sony meeting. Wait for it, infiltrated. That's right, guys. Apparently somebody infiltrated a Sony meeting. So it says, following the official PS5 unveiling by PlayStation 5 lead system architect Mark Cerny last month, our idea of just how powerful Sony's next-gen console is reached tantalizing new heights with an AMD Ryzen CPU, Radeon Navi GPU, and super-fast SSD promising to deliver truly jaw-dropping gaming experiences. However, very little backed up with numbers detail was then forthcoming, leaving gamers to wonder just how good PS5 games will look and just how well they will run in comparison to Microsoft's next flagship Xbox, which is codenamed Anaconda. That, though, if a reported insider leak is true, just changed dramatically with a tip-off from a person who was actually attending an official Sony meeting, relaying a whole bunch of number-rich PS5 specifications. The supposed spy's dossier of information was originally posted on Reddit with user use/17791 revealing that apparently a close friend had recently been at a Sony meeting due to the nature of his work, and that this official Sony meeting took place the day after the PS5 article went up, which is an allusion to the Wired exclusive PS5 soft launch with Sony. So, believe it or not, this individual provided what seems to be a screenshot. I will try to put this in the video. No promises, though. If I don't, this article will be linked down below, so you can click on it and check the image for yourself. And it says a spy shot taken from the Sony meeting where the insider supposedly became privy of the PS5 specifications. And, you know, the photo, I don't know. I mean, it does look like it could be legit, honestly. It looks like there's certainly a presentation that's going to be going on, and somebody from Sony is clearly going to be talking about something. And if you look at the tables, there's pamphlets there. So maybe this is legit. I mean, this is why this picture is a big reason why I'm choosing to talk about this. But again, we really have to take this with a grain of salt. But let's finish it up here. It says, at this meeting, according to U-17791, his friend became privy to a detailed list of PS5 specifications, and after taking a spy shot of the meeting, he gave the Reddit user permission to share some of the things that were mentioned. The following list of PlayStation 5 specs and comments were listed on the Reddit post. 8-core Zen 2 clocked at 3.2 GHz. Custom Navi GPU. 56 CU 1.8 GHz. 12.9 teraflops. RT is hardware-based, co-engineered by AMD and Sony. They believe the RT hardware is the basis for the rumor that Navi was built for Sony. 24 gigabytes of RAM, type, or bandwidth wasn't mentioned. Custom embedded solid-state solution paired with HDD. And while we could definitely take these leaked specs with a pinch of salt, if the PS5 is going to be equipped with anything like a 7nm AMD Zen CPU with 8 cores and clocked at 3.2 GHz, as well as the custom AMD Navi GPU that is clocked at 1.8 GHz and delivers 56 compute units and 12.9 teraflops of power and a large 24 gigabytes of RAM and SSD, then it's definitely going to be pixel-pushing powerhouse for a system. That's because in layman terms, all those numbers equate to insanely big console gaming performance with 4K plus resolutions and high 60 FPS plus frame rates deliverable. A next-gen console system with these sorts of specifications would also pose a very fierce rival for Microsoft's next Xbox flagship, which only recently was predicted to be even more powerful than the PS5. So make of this what you will. Maybe it's, completely fake. Maybe it's the real thing. I don't know. I'm not here to say, and frankly, I'm not even going to give my input on this because I'm not the guy to do that. I just wanted to relay this information to you, and frankly, I just found the article kind of interesting with this idea that somebody actually infiltrated this meeting and relayed a screenshot showing that, hey, this is legit, guys, I'm here, I'm secretly relaying this information. Maybe it's true. I mean, a lot of the stuff here that I read, it seems like it could be, but, we're not going to know for sure until we get it from Sony themselves. But, this is where I leave it to you guys. You let me know in the comments below what you think about these specs. Is there anything here that stands out that just seems like no way? There's just no way they're not going to do that. Does it seem like it could be on the money? Or does it seem like it's just out there? I'm going to be really interested to see what you guys have to say. And to finish off and round off this video, we're going to be talking about one more thing here, and that is an analyst predicting the release date of the PlayStation 5 and the cost. So it says analyst Hideki Yasuda has his thoughts about it, and they're mostly positive, speaking about the PS5. Though at least one thing may not make some people happy. According to his quarterly analyst of Sony's business, Yasuda sees the PlayStation 5 releasing November 2020 with a $499 price point. He thinks that because what we know as far points at a strong piece of hardware and eliminating what we see as key flaws in the PS4, Sony has another success on their hands too. He thinks the PS5 will sell 6 million units in its first fiscal year, March 31st, 2021, followed by 15 million units in the year after by March 31st, 2022. He also doesn't see Google Stadia having an impact on Sony's console share in any significant way. Of course, as always with analysts, keep in mind that there's no insider knowledge assumed. It's simply a higher than average educated guess by those who study market trends. The date seems like a safe assumption unless Sony and Microsoft go unorthodox like Nintendo did with the Switch. A new console releasing in the holidays timeframe is normal and has been hinted at by other parties. That $499 price point might bum some people out if true, as $399 tends to be the sweet spot for a lot of people. But we also know there's some strong tech in the PS5, so it's entirely possible. We'll just have to wait and see how Yasuda's predictions fall out. So, yeah, there it is. We have another analyst here kind of weighing in. And frankly, I don't disagree with anything he's saying here. I think he's actually on the money. I think we're going to see this launch holiday 2020. And I think all signs at this point are pointing, especially if these leaks are to be believed, at a $499 price point. Something that has been made abundantly clear and that's really starting to come through the cracks here, or maybe we shouldn't even phrase it that way. Something that I think Sony themselves is really starting to make abundantly clear is that the PlayStation 5, it's not going to be a paperweight. It's going to be a true next-gen machine. But here's the best part. From what I've seen from the response of people, when asked by, by other people, by polls, by things I've seen, Twitter polls, whether or not they're willing to pay a more expensive price tag for a more advanced piece of tech versus a cheaper price tag with something that's going to essentially offer less. Most people are saying that they're willing to pay more because they just want more bang for their buck. They want to feel like when they upgrade to next gen, that's exactly what it feels like next gen, not the PS4 Pro 2 or whatever. They want it to feel like the PlayStation 5. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Sorry if it turned out to be a little bit longer. But I really just thought a lot of this information was interesting, and I wanted to relay it to you guys. And now I'm going to ask you to leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think about this leak. What do you think about these specs? Do you think they could be true? What do you think about what the analyst is predicting? And what do you think about these PS4/potential PS5 features we're going to be getting hopefully sooner rather than later? I will be interested to see what you guys have to say. Be sure to leave the video a like if you did enjoy it. Really helps it out. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.